this abundance mindset. You know, there are a lot of African diasporians in the Europe, in the Americas, who want to come home and stay. But they are limited by the fact that, you know, the perception out there is that, okay, how do I survive? Can I survive when I go to Ghana? Because, you know, there's limited
Meanwhile, there are other
resources.
diasporans who've come in and are making a killing.
So those people, I want you to say something to them, because they really want to come. But, you know, the perception out there is that, you know, when you compare Africa to the United States and other European countries,
Why are you comparing?
because that is where they've lived.
Scarcity mindset. You're limiting yourself by your reality today.
Can they survive when they come here?
Why can't they survive? I stayed outside. I'm here. I'm happy.
Hello, precious viewers. This is your boy Jibril on Authentic Plus TV. Today we are blessed to discuss a very important topic, abundance mindset. Abundance mindset. And to help us do this discussion is a very handsome young man by the name Papa Akest. So quickly we'll go to him so that he tells us a little bit about himself, and then we proceed from there. If today happens to be your first time of watching my channel, kindly subscribe. This is Authentic Plus TV. Kindly subscribe, share this video, let your friends, everybody has it, because it's going to help everybody to be able to develop their minds. Abundance mindset. Papa Akest, kindly give us a brief about yourself, and then we deal with the topic abundance mindset.
Well, I'm Papa Akest. I'm a connector, optimistizer, optimist, and leader. I'm very excited about leadership. I'm very excited about connecting people, connecting minds, connecting ideas. And I'm very excited about sowing hope so that people continue to believe and continue to grow and continue to prosper.
Okay. So you heard it all from him. So straight away, we don't waste much time. We go to him again for abundance mindset. You've heard about it before, or today happens to be your first time. It's very relevant. Is it relevant? Yes, he's going to tell us about all that. So Papa, once again, what is abundant mindset when we hear it?
When we talk about a mindset of abundance, it's a mindset that takes into account that we have abundance when it comes to resources. And resources could be people, could be opportunities, could be money, could be support, or any type of resource. Usually when you talk about abundance mindset, you also talk in contrast to it about scarcity mindset. This is where you believe that resources are limited or scarce, and so you behave accordingly to ensure that those scarce resources are protected or preserved to ensure you're secure into the future.
Okay, so is it relevant in our daily lives as humans?
It is relevant in our daily lives as humans, as individuals, as communities, and as countries. See, somebody with a scarcity mindset always wants to plummet, always wants to plunder, always wants to, because they are afraid that the resources will run out. And so if we had a bowl of water here, somebody with a scarce mindset will fight with you to get as much as they can of the water because they're afraid they'll get thirsty. And sometimes in fighting with you, they may even spill some of that water. Somebody with a scarcity mindset is careful when they take on projects, because they don't do long-term projects because they're afraid that resources will run out and they'll not be able to finish. So they want to be cautious. They're a lot more cautious. As a community, when you have a scarce mindset community, people, instead of looking and converting opportunity into reality or success, stay within envy and act like crabs in a barrel, because they believe that only the resources they can see is what is available. So they fight each other, they backbite, they stab each other. In an environment where there's a scarcity mindset, people feel like they have to cheat to survive, they have to steal to survive, they have to be corrupt to survive, and they call everything they do practical, or they call it pragmatism, when really what they are doing is they're reacting to a scarce mindset. The alternative in case of abundance mindset is believing that resources are limitless and will continue to come. So People who've lived in abundance don't get nervous about what is apparent or looks like scarcity right now, because they believe that opportunity will come. And so they see opportunity because they're always looking out for it. They always believe that it's available. People with abundance mindset generally tend not to fight with people over resources, because they believe opportunities are always going to come. So if somebody that has an abundance mindset is in a business with you and there's a falling out, they're very comfortable saying, okay, just walk away with the business, it's fine, because they believe the next opportunity will come out. They don't haggle, they don't fight about issues, because they consider them petty. They believe that there's a bigger picture that they're going towards. Now, in a community where there's abundance mindset, people are much more loyal, people are much more open, people are much more honest, people are less to want to stab somebody in the back because they believe that there is more. And people with abundance mindset tend to be wealthier because they have long-term thinking. They think deeply and creatively without limits about what they want, and then they figure out how to resource it in due time because they believe that that resource is available. And because they're always looking out for it and they're open-minded about it, they do see those resources where other people tend to miss it.
All right, but Papa, growing up, in our schools, learning some little economics, they tell you from beginning that scarcity of resources. So the resources are scarce. And so that is the kind of idea or mindset that they put into you. The scarcity of resources. So you have to be cautious, just like the opposite of abundance mindset. So there's scarcity of resource. So, and for that matter, they have to fight for it. Because this person is, fighting to be able to get the ends meet. So when it comes to the opposite, where there is an abundance mindset, because the people perceive that, okay, there is a wider opportunity, there's a lot of opportunities, for that matter, do they wait? Or it's like two questions at a go, so probably you take it one after the other. Do they also wait because there's a lot of opportunities that they perceive? Do they wait for the opportunities to arrive, or they also pursue it?
So you talk about school. Maybe we remember school differently, because my understanding, if you go back to school, and I'm guessing you're talking about economics, is that you can use the perception of scarcity to create demand, and you can use the perception of scarcity to create value. And so really, then in that case, isn't scarcity fake? Because people generally create it so they can create more value. And that in itself is also a reaction of a scarcity mindset, because people feel like they have to create fake value because they are afraid that there's not going to be an abundance of resources, right? Most of the time we tend to create scarcity so that we can keep a certain level of divide, because some people at the top are afraid of coming down and want to keep some people down, right? And they believe that there's not enough to go around. And so with demand and supply, you try to create a scarcity market so that the demand can go higher so you can charge more, right? But if we tapped into the abundance mindset, then it means supply would go up, and in that case people won't be able to charge as crazy as they do, and so things will go down. Now it almost seems like an oxymoron, because really when you think about it, to create a scarcity with your talent, for example, as a consultant, to create a scarcity of my talent, I need to tap into my abundance mindset to reach to limitless possibilities and opportunities so I can grow. And in my growth, in my abundance of growth, I create scarcity. Why? Because I become so uniquely opportune that when people compare me to other people, they decide I can't find the same of him, so I'm going to go for him. And when they all decide to go for me, then I become a scarce resource and my demand goes up. So sometimes, even to create that perception of scarcity, you must create or tap into your abundance. You asked the question about, do you wait? Here's the thing, and I'm sure you've heard about the story of the golden goose. So the owners of the golden goose had a goose who was laying a golden egg every day for them. But because they had the scarcity mindset, they said, you know what, we're tired of waiting for one egg every day, so let's kill the goose so we can get more eggs. And when they killed the goose, they ended up losing the little that they have. But if they had had patience and kept selling maybe the golden eggs for a bit, they could have bought another golden goose or gone into another different type of business. And by the time they realized long term, they would have created opportunity that stands a lifetime. So sometimes in our rushing to jump and fight over what is scarce, what do? We rather limit the abundance for which it can go. What do a lot of us do? We say the system is tough. So instead of taking our time to learn about how to create wealth, what do? We rush into the system and start doing business, making mistakes, killing our brands. It's all part of the scarcity. Let me act now because things are getting scarce. And then eventually what do? We lose out on the opportunity of creating abundance.
Okay, so this abundance mindset, and which tells us that there's a lot of resources and then a lot of opportunities and then associating time for you to achieve whatever that has to be achieved. That there's no rush in life. Is that it?
It's not about there's no rush in life. It's more about you need to be clear about your why. You need to understand that God in His infinite wisdom has created abundance for us, and you need to learn how to tap into it, right? You and I are sitting over here. We're sitting on two chairs, okay? Now, with a scarcity mindset, we can say, you know what, God, we may grow and get a third person, so please give us a third chair. Or we can realize that we have trees around us and that God has already given us those trees, and we can cut those trees and turn a third one into a chair, right? Sometimes we sit and say, God give us rain, God give us rain, we need water to bath, we need water to drink, God give us rain, and we're praying. But because we have a scarcity mindset and we don't expect the rain to come, by the time the rain comes, we have no buckets to collect them because we didn't plan for them. A typical example of scarcity mindset is what you see in developing countries. So they have resources in the ground. They are rich, they are wealthy, but they do not see that opportunity. So rather they beg for money from other developed countries out of scarcity and sell their riches so that other developed countries can come and plummet and take based on what? On their abundance mindset.
Okay, so if I got you well, it means because we do not have the abundance mindset, we are not even able to identify the opportunities that are around us to be able to tap into it.
Absolutely.
That is it. So in this instance, is it that the black man has the difficulty in identifying?
I don't think it has anything to do with the black man.
Okay.
Because there are black people who are doing amazing things in developing countries.
Okay.
I think it's an issue of leadership. When I say leadership, I don't mean figureheads. I'm not talking about political leadership. I'm talking about leadership across our society. You're a leader yourself, right? If leaders are tapping into and have a scarce mindset, they create followership, they create systems, they create environments that people are scarce. Leaders with an abundance mindset allow mistakes because they believe that there are always going to be other opportunities for the people to work on. And so they teach through mistakes, they coach through mistakes so that the next time these people find themselves in this situation, they can do better. Those with scarcity mindsets believe that opportunity comes but once. You see, when I was growing up, my dad used to tell me, opportunity comes but once. So I started growing up with a scared mindset that if I'm not careful, I will miss the opportunity when it comes around. It was only when I grew up and I tapped into my abundance mindset that I realized that you can actually make the opportunities for yourself. And so you don't have to wait for one to come along.
But traditionally, I heard what you said, but traditionally, you see, they tell us just as you mentioned, opportunity comes but once, opportunity comes but once, opportunity comes but once. So it always has that weight on us. And thereby, restraining people from even trying the next time. Because, this opportunity that I had to travel, that I didn't go there, I think I'm done. And then you have friends and family, who would come to you and tell you that, okay, Charlie, you missed it too. And then, you see, psychologically, it brings you down. And then that is the information out there. That actually, once you've missed it, it's gone for good. Is that not the case?
That's a limited view of thinking, and because you do not have the information. You know, it said in the Bible, for lack of knowledge my people perish. That opportunity that you missed wasn't an opportunity you missed. It was the wrong opportunity for you. And you missed it so you could learn a lesson to prepare you for the right opportunity when it comes your way. So you've not missed it.
Really?
It was the precursor to the right opportunity.
You've not missed it. You heard him. This is very interesting. I mean, I think this side, there are a lot of people that are down because of this mentality.
And first and foremost, where do you think you inherited that mentality from? You need to understand that we've come from a system that was colonialized. And that system that was colonialized, your minds were prepared to ensure that you understand what it means to have somebody who's a colonial master. You need to be limited in your thinking for you to conform. If you're not limited in your thinking, you cannot conform. If you have an abundance mindset, why would you be subscribing to a colonial master? So it is important for you to be subjugated, for your mind to be subjugated, and for your mind to live on the scarcity, so that you fight with each other. So that they say we have one slot for the house master, and so both of you are fighting over it because you believe that there's only one slot. But if you believe that all of us can get opportunity, why fight? We would rather connect, we would rather come together, we would be connected, and that makes us dangerous. But when we're divided, it makes us better. And so when you create scarcity, it allows people to be divided so that you can rule them and you can conquer them. It is all by design. The saddest people, I think, when we think about this context, is the Christians, or should I say the religious people. Because you believe that you have a God? Okay, interesting. Do you believe he's all powerful? Okay, interesting. You believe he created the earth in one day? Okay, interesting. You believe that he can resource the earth? Okay, interesting. So why do you all of a sudden now limit him? You sing about him being great. You sing about him being resourceful. You sing about him being not having any limits, and yet you believe that he created a world that is limited. Faith is not believing what he's about to do. Faith is believing he's already done it. You just need the insight and understanding and the connection to know how to convert what he's already done into progress and success, if it be his will. Because maybe you may think I want to this, but maybe that is not right for you. And so the only reason you are seeing that opportunity being missed is because that opportunity was not an opportunity for you to walk through. It was merely a sign for you to move to the next door. That door shut down so you could see the other door. But unless you understand abundance, you will be limited in your thinking to feel that you've missed it and not take that opportunity that is right in front of you.
Wow. So do you think that religion played a role in limiting our mindset?
I don't know if I would say religion. I mean, for me, I'm more of a faith guy. I mean, doctrines have their own limitations. Yes, they do. God in his infinite wisdom, if you're a Christian, Jesus in his infinite wisdom, or God in his infinite wisdom when Jesus was on the cross, tore the curtain so we know we have access. So we didn't have to be limited by the limiting beliefs of whoever we were looking to connect to God. You see what I mean? So Jesus who turned water into wine and was infinite in the miracles that he did, has given us direct access to him. So he does not limit us. It is man and his limited understanding, instead of seeking for understanding, reading, trying different angles. And you know, the interesting thing about the Bible is today you can read the Bible, and I read the whole Bible when I was a kid. There was a time when I could tell you every verse. Now I can remember certain stories, but I can't really remember. I've not memorized a lot of verses. But I can tell you for a fact that my understanding of it was stories. But as I grew older, as I lived, as I experienced, now different stories mean different things to me. So, like I said, it is the interpretation. What is limiting you is not the religion or the faith. It is the person who's passing it to you and their limitation of their understanding. And that is why you need to seek understanding yourself even after you've gone to church or anywhere else. That is why you need to be a leader yourself even when you have leaders, so that you can also open those gates for those who follow you.
Wow. Hello. So, interestingly, can we say that people with abundance mindset are born or they are made? Just like I'm asking you, are leaders born? Because, okay.
It's an understanding. You can gain that understanding. If they were born, we wouldn't be discussing it here, because then we would just be showing off. We're discussing it because we believe that everybody can tap into that abundance mindset. It's really an understanding, and you have to be willing to understand it or willing to perceive it. There are some who are going to listen and say, aha, and their life will have a shift. There are some who are going to listen and their limiting beliefs would not allow them to even believe it. They say, no, what this man is saying is nonsense. It's not possible. Resources are scarce. And they will limit themselves that way. And it will take a while. And sometimes it will take a tragedy for them to see what is possible.
Okay. So then, let's look at people with abundance mindset. What characteristics do they show? People with abundance mindset, so that if you are one, you would know.
They're much more confident.
Okay.
They're much more honest. The way they perceive or look at things are very different. So people with scarcity mindset, generally you will see that most of their conversations are around amassing wealth or making money or getting money or getting material things. People with abundance mindset are always thinking about what's the next innovation. They're thinking about how do I make the world better. They're thinking about why should we settle for this. And so when an abundance mindset leader comes in, he doesn't ask, is Africa going to go forward? He asks, why are we still here? Let's start moving towards there. Because he doesn't think with limitation, he thinks with possibility. Right? So people with abundance mindset don't work as crabs in a barrel. Oh, you cross me, it's fine. There's another lane, let me move to that lane. But scarcity mindset, don't cross me. So we're holding each other and we're deadlocked because everybody has to go. People with abundance mindset, oh, you have to go into the line? Okay, go ahead. There's time. People with scarcity mindset, hey.
Charlie, it's a queue.
Right?
Okay.
So people with scarcity mindset, there's a wall in front of me. Oh my goodness, can this wall go down? Can somebody break the wall for me? Abundance mindset, he's already thought, can I pass through this route? Can I pass through that route? Maybe I can go back and come back. Maybe it may seem like I'm going back, but then I can connect like this and I can cut through time. So there's always possibility. Where's the resource? Where's the possibility? People with abundance, people with scarcity mindset, oh my goodness, I don't have money, so I can't start this business. Let me just continue. People with abundance mindset, okay, I want to do this, I want to do that, I want to do that. Okay, let me start planning. Let me write my business plan. Let me do this, let me do that. Then when he gets there, he says, who around me can support me? Because there is somebody. People with scarcity mindset, see, I have vendors here. They've walked in. They came, customers were not, so they said, let's stop working. Let's wait till Friday when an event is here or when, we're doing an event. But people with abundance mindset, I go to the street and I say, these are 60,000 cars. My money's in their pocket. How do I get them to come? Right? How do I create so that they can gain from it? And so you'll find abundance mindset becoming the leaders, because whereas everybody else is fighting over this region, they are conquering new frontiers and inviting others to come establish. So
they are broad thinkers.
They are long-term thinkers. They are possibility thinkers.
Done. They don't wait. So, Papa, based on this abundance mindset, there are a lot of African diasporians in the Europe, in the Americas, who want to come home and stay. But they are limited by the fact that the perception out there is that, okay, how do I survive? Can I survive when I go to Ghana? Because, there's limited
meanwhile, there are other
resources.
diasporans who've come in and are making a killing.
So those people, I want you to say something to them, because they really want to come. But, the perception out there is that, when you compare Africa to the United States and other European countries.
Why are you comparing?
Because that is where they've lived.
Scarcity mindset. You're limiting yourself by your reality today.
Can they survive when they come here?
Why can't they survive? I stayed outside. I'm here. I'm happy. Right? You see, somebody may be thinking about electricity, and we're doing pretty good with electricity anyway. Somebody may be thinking air condition. Somebody may be thinking nice house. But maybe, who says us sitting over here enjoying these leaves and enjoying God's natural air is not better than sitting in some AC in the house? Who says? Who says that is better? Who says nice big buildings is better? Who says that having all these fancy industrial stuff, which is polluting the earth, is better? Who says this is not abundance enough? The fact that we have rain, the fact that I have grass that I can see all the way to the end, the fact that you and I are able to talk on an afternoon. when others are jumping in Wall Street and wearing ties and making money. Who says even legal tender is what we should be living our lives about? It's all limitations that we've been set, that to survive you need to make X amount of money, right? And so we define our lives by cash, when even the quality of friendship, favors, exchange, community, relationships have much more worth, and we're not fighting to get that, to keep that, to connect with that. I have a number of communities that I run, and nothing makes me more angry than when individuals in the community call me because they need help. Connect me here, do this for me. And I say, but I have given you the best I can give you, that community. I'm not a gatekeeper. Take advantage of the abundance in which you are. But no, because of that scarce mentality, they want to still come to that one source. And so I become a bottleneck instead of becoming an opportunity maker, or instead of becoming a producer, or instead of becoming a catalyst. And so it's affecting us everywhere. And so we need to build a culture of abundance. And I'm not talking about excess. I'm just talking about possibility thinking.
So, my treasured viewers, my treasured audience, Charlie, it's time for you to come home. You have everything. Everything is going to be good for you. Don't entertain scarcity of mindset. It wouldn't do you any good. Ghana is home. Ghana is the motherland. Come home. Let's live together. Of course, definitely there are going to be challenges here and there. But then I'm urging you that, hey, when you come home, you identify your roots. Definitely there's going to be differences in culture. But then you can adjust. Because we are here. We are your brothers and sisters. Come home. Everything is good here. Come and taste your own original food. You have everything here, natural air, rain, undiluted. Everything is pure, organic, and natural. Come home, let's live together, and then let's tap into the abundance of mindset, to be able to develop ourselves. Because when we, limit ourselves to the scarcity mindset, we cannot develop as a people. That is what has been killing us throughout. We are always limiting ourselves to the fact that, hey, how do I make it? How do I make it this thing? Unless, the white man, is only the white man that can do it. Look at this, look at that, look at bridges, everything. We want the white man to do it for us. But hey, from today to go, having learned from Papa Arkest, I know definitely you are going to, redefine and reshape your thought pattern to, I can, yes, I am able, I can do it. I will make it. I have to do it. I have to get it done. Then, okay, hey, let's go. And then relying or relaxing on opportunity comes but once. It doesn't work anymore. So if today happens to be, the first time of watching me, this is Authentic Plus TV, kindly subscribe to the channel and then share for everybody to watch this video. Papa Arkest, your final word.
God in His abundance has given us a lot. Change your mindset. Think abundance. And make the world a better place.
Thank you. It's been nice talking to you.
Thank you, too.
Thank you so much.